All right, we are live. We are live. We are on the internet. All right, we're just going to give it a few seconds before we cut that opening promo here, just so people can come in and make fun of me before we start. All right. Hey, friends, welcome back to yet another exciting episode of Friends of the Squared Circle. I'm your host, Crander Q, a.k.a. my real name, the number one beard in professional wrestling podcasting. That's right, self-proclaimed title. Thank you, Leroy, for that beautiful award there. Again, Crander Q, number one beard in pro wrestling podcast. Today, we have the System joining us to promote our upcoming show, Clash at the Fair. System, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, I can't complain. That would be bad for the podcast.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's okay to complain. This is a low-budget podcast. We're only live on Facebook and YouTube. Eventually, we'll get on all those other social medias, X, Twitter, whatever Elon Musk decided to call it this week, Instagram, Twitch. I don't even know. There's so many out there. And soon our beard length will be tapping into those wires here. But again, we are here to talk about the Clash at the Fair. This is the third time here in Superior, Wisconsin, that you have been there and that we have had this show to raise money for the United Way. So if you don't mind, I'm going to play that beautiful video package, and then we will jump into our interview. Here we go, folks.
Friday, August 1st, Midwest All-Star Wrestling presents Clash at the Fair 30.
Every slam, every cheer, and every ticket goes to support Head of the Lakes United Way, strengthening our communities by uniting people and resources.
This is a family-friendly show featuring yours truly, Macaulay Rose, The System, and WWE NXT superstar Cal Bloom.
Be there, support the cause, and feel the power. Get your tickets online or at the door.
I just love that. You and Uncle Clutch mixing it up in that promo video there. So like we said, this is the third time that you have been at Clash at the Fair. What are you looking forward to the most there? And our audio is kind of giving us a little headache there, folks, but bear with us here.
I mean, I'm looking to, basically put my stamp on MAW in 2025. I'm looking to rebound back and really make a name for myself. It's a clean slate for me. All we really got for the commercial and all we really know right now is that I'm going to be there. Macaulay Rose is going to be there. Cal Bloom's going to be there. Are we going to be intertwined? Are we not going to be intertwined? All I know is I'm trying to make a statement. The System is trying to make a statement and beat some ass and get some gold in 2025. And
right.
Maybe get some T-shirts while I'm at it too.
And then make sure you trust the System, folks. It's going to be a lot of surprises. We're going to be having a vendor table there. We will be teaming up with our friend and sponsor, Inside Out Nutrition. Shout out to Bobby Joe and her amazing teas and healthy donuts. Yes, folks, she makes healthy donuts. And I am on a journey for weight loss. Kind of hit a plateau here, but working on that beach bod, trying to get that Otis body here. But like I mentioned off camera, System, we're going to have some fun with you today. We got some fan submitted questions here. We're going to burn through these really quick, but here's the first one for you. What fair food would you use as a weapon in a match? This one is from Joe Schaefer.
I'm gonna recycle my answer already. I'm gonna go with cheese curds. Every time I hit a new fair show, it's very Midwestern of me, but every fair show I do, I try to hit the cheese curd booth. I grew up doing the Land of the Loon, working in a cheese curd booth. So I always try to check them out whenever I do a fair show, which as an independent wrestler, you do a lot of those.
Yep. And I would be definitely fired for stealing some of the profits in the way of cheese, because in Wisconsin, we are known as the dairy state, folks. Happy cows don't come from California. Don't come at me in the comment section. But I love cheese curds. I love them more. I call it raw, just regular cheese curds versus deep fried, but I'm a sucker for cheese. And again, this body is built by cheese, not Diet Coke, that's for sure. Question number 2 here, submitted by Joe Monroe. Is it true you threatened the corn dog vendor for not calling you champ?
Okay, so that must be a PCW fan, a Paradise City Wrestling fan, because everyone should know I do have a slight phobia to corn dogs. I had a couple terrible run-ins at Paradise City Wrestling. So this is somehow all Mitch Paradise's fault. But
gotcha. It's
couple
kind of like the
terrible
Undertaker with
run-ins
a
in wrestling
cucumber.
matches with corn dogs. So the fact that they are asking a question with corn dogs doesn't require a response. They're trying to get under my skin, so I'm not going to answer that.
Yeah, we don't like Joe Monroe. He claims he has a better beard than me, and we know that's not true. Question number 3 here. We're firing through these, folks. He's a busy man promoting the show here, so we want to get him out of here. Did you hold up the Ferris wheel line until the crowd chanted your name? Mike D from Wrestling from the 313 wants to know.
That's not true. They were already chanting my name. There was no wait necessary.
Yeah, and if you don't trust the system, folks, you're going to have to pay the price here. Yeah, I love the Ferris wheel. It's one of my favorite rides because it doesn't make me sick. I don't like heights per se, but that one I can handle. The Ferris wheel is always a good time. I'm sure you brought your beautiful wife on the Ferris wheel with you a time or two at these shows, which, again, she will be appearing at Clash at the Fair 3 here in Superior, Wisconsin, August 1st. It's going to be a great show. Couple more questions here, and we're going to keep diving into this, folks. If you win the main event, do you get a title shot or just a giant stuffed llama? Brian Tripler, what kind of questions are you asking the system here?
You know, I feel like the current general manager at MAW, Brian Sager, is going to try and give me the llama, but I do want the title shot.
Yeah, Brian, and I'm going to have to say you better give him a title shot because he allegedly beat you, right? Hollywood Brian beat you in a match, correct? Allegedly. Is that what happened?
Wahlberg's help. So that there was a lot of things going on in that match.
Yeah. So it didn't really happen.
clean.
I hear we could probably get it removed from the record books because, you know, us fans know to trust the system here. And I'm sorry, Mr. Brian Hollywood Sager. I don't count that as a win for you because I am a system fan. That's why he's on my show here, folks. All right, last question here, and we'll get into it. Are you banned from the petting zoo because you tried to cut a promo on a goat? This one is from the Wizard, Chris Zach, over at Card Subject to Change there. Not to be confused with 13 cards, but man, these questions are brutal. I thought these people would come up with a lot better questions for you here.
They got that passive aggressiveness nice in the side because I was cutting a promo on myself. You know, I do that in the mirror a lot. So I call my bathroom, a zoo area is, it's kind of disrespectful, and the system does not appreciate that.
Yeah. So, okay, fans, next time we do fan submitted questions, give us some good ones, especially for the system here. But we are here to talk the fair show. Do you have any memories from the first couple fair shows that you've done here in Superior, Wisconsin?
I'm really excited to come back and do it for my boy, Robert Peacock, who I got to meet and cultivate a relationship with last year, doing the media spots with WDIO last year. And being able to team up with Real Drago, take on the Barking Spiders, that one definitely sticks out. It was definitely it was new to me at the time, just kind of out of left field. The partner, me getting back together with Drago, taking on the Barking Spiders. You know, how long since we've seen them,
right?
But having that all come together, my wife Macaulay Rose, she wasn't even supposed to be on the card the day of, but I believe it was Robert Peacock's wife. She loved her, and she politicked, pulled some strings, made sure she was out there along with the Weatherman, and we took it to the Barking Spiders.
Yeah,
and,
I can see.
That's a memory forever etched in time.
Yeah, I can imagine our friend Randy going to come in the comment section about the Weatherman. He was so obsessed with the Weatherman last year. This will be, I've been at all three, vendor last year and a vendor again this year to, sell some great prizes. We just got a huge donation from Tippy's Collectibles. I want to make sure that we mention them. They are going to be sending us an exclusive autograph Funko Pop to raffle off. We got a bunch of gift cards we're going to be raffling off. We got some fishing stuff because, it's that time of year up here and everybody in Superior, Wisconsin loves a good fish fry. I'm sure they love them in Minnesota as well. It's going to be exciting. We're hoping to sell a lot of raffle tickets as well as, make sure you get your tickets, folks. They are, $20 ringside, $10 for general admission, and they go up the day of the show. So get them now and, come see the system, buy a few 8x10s, get your picture taken with him. And especially, again, his wife will be there. So do you guys do a special combo price or is it separate for both of you? Because I've never asked that before.
We'll charge you more if you ask.
Perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. Trust the system, folks. So again, August 1st. I'm so excited. Like I love pro wrestling. It's coming back to Superior, Wisconsin. I want more wrestling here all the time. So tell your friends that, we want more wrestling from MAW and to continue to book the system here. But we're going to dive into your wrestling fandom real quick here. What are those first earliest wrestling memories that you can remember as a small child before you became the system?
Of course, well, I was born in 1995, so my earliest memories probably came around the turn of the millennium here, and my favorites were definitely like Jeff Hardy growing up.
Okay.
I remember him flying around. I always loved Rey Mysterio as well when he came to WWE initially, just because I was the smallest kid in school up until I hit my growth spurt in 11th grade, but I was a small kid growing up, and so I really resonated with that. A story my dad always loves to tell me, and I love to tell on these podcasts, is when WCW had their first ever Nitro at Mall of America. That was only 3 months after I was born, but we were riding the escalators, him watching the show with baby me in his hands.
That is really cool.
He has no pictures though. He has no pictures, so I could be working you. I could have just made that up. My dad has no pictures, so I could be working you on that one. But that's also a fun memory that I can share with you.
Yeah, I remember like seeing that because I am 10 years older. So I remember seeing that and seeing Lex Luger, and I was like, hey, I know that train station. And I always laugh how people think the Mall of America is such a big deal. But for you and I, probably it's just like, that's just the mall. Like, we went there all the time. Like, what's so special about it? But then I forget, like, so many different states and countries make special trips to go to the Mall of America. And, now wrestling is back there on a, yearly schedule now, which is great. Quick shout out to First Wrestling. But, I just remember seeing that and going, holy cow, the wrestling where I've been, which at that time it's like, holy cow, this is kind of a big deal. I remember buying my first NWO shirt there, my Hollywood Hogan shirt there. I got a DX one because, both factions were cool, but I'm an NWO WCW kid. But enough about me. Did you continue to watch wrestling with your dad, or was it just something that you guys kind of liked as a kid and then he fell out of it? Did you fall out of it?
Yeah, absolutely. I did kind of fall out of it, and I'm in a weird period where born in '95, basically up until your 2007, 2008, we're watching WWE PG-14 kind of content, and the moment I turned 13 around 2008, and I'm ready, and I'm probably like okay to watch wrestling like that. That WWE switches to like a PG product, and that's really all I had access to at the time growing up, but most of my formative years, I never had a product that was for me. And so I do kind of carry that with me when I became a pro wrestler. I can finally make wrestling, for myself, being myself, whatever I can control, I can do that a little bit. But I did have a little bit of a gap there, which I usually like to correlate with basically my coach's entire run, Ken Anderson's entire run with the WWE around 2005 to like 2010. I came back right when the Shield came back. I started watching then, and I got to witness the rise of Daniel Bryan, and all that was just awesome. And that got me back into things. And I've just been watching wrestling ever since. I learned about the indies. I learned about New Japan Pro Wrestling. And, it just snowballed and just got greater in college, where I became the system. And then upon graduating college, immediately joined the Academy School of Professional Wrestling. Great timing. And now I'm here today.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, like in 2008 was when I kind of got back into it too. My friend Rick Backlund is somehow like in that family tree with Bob Backlund. His dad is like a second cousin or something. So I was like, who? And he's like, Bob Backlund. So I started like Wikipediaing it. He's like, oh my gosh, like your family member wrestled The Undertaker, Bret Hart. This guy was a big deal, and then we started going over watching pay-per-views, and that's how I fell back in love with it. Because like you, I had that grace period where I kind of fell out of it. But there's nothing wrong with that. It's our fandoms, And you mentioned that you became the system at college. How did that kind of transpire? We don't want to dive too much into your wrestling career because that's all the other podcasts, but just a little teaser here. How did that all come about?
Of course, I'll give you a really like short story about it, but it's of my old fraternity buddy. He we were all kind of like having, our casual discussions with each other.
Mhm.
And he was kind of bringing up sort of like how communism was better than what we got over here. Essentially, he was a Chinese student,
Okay.
and so we were discussing that. And as we were arguing with each other, he would always end his arguments with "trust the system" as things rolled along. And as things went, he was getting outnumbered. We had other people in this discussion, and as things went along, it kind of got boring because it was him versus like 4 or 5 dudes. Like we're arguing back, and I just kind of flipped sides simply out of boredom, just to kind of help level the playing field. But now
There you go.
I also got to end my arguments with "trust the system," which I then used at the gas station. And I tried market testing in other places, like in malls, and it always got a rise out of people.
Mhm.
And within the year, I graduate college, immediately go to the Academy School of Professional Wrestling, and then they're asking me, "What's your wrestling name? What's your wrestling name?" And all I know is that "Trust the System" gets massive heat with
Mhm.
whoever I told it to. So I'm like, I am the system.
I love it. How did the violin play into that? Is that just something that you took from your personal life and added it to the character, or per se wrestling terms gimmick?
Yes, sir. I have played violin since I was 7 years old.
Oh,
It
nice.
was, played all the way through high school, completely dropped it. I joined a
Mhm.
fraternity in college, and so it became nothing more than just a party trick.
Okay.
And it took about a year into the business before someone found out that I played it, and then they're like, "Yo, why are you not doing this?" And
Right.
so I'm like, "Well, why not?" I tried it out, and I had to roll with it ever since. I became mini Jeff Jarrett ever since.
Yeah, I love it. It does, like you just said it right there. That was one of my favorite wrestlers as a kid because he was always busting guitars over people's heads. I thought it was cool. I had to have that action figure. It's a great accessory. And I just love when people are like, "You don't play it," they're screaming at you. I've been doing MAW show a time or two, and as soon as you come out, you just, again, to use those wrestling terms, I'm not a wrestler, but that heat just right when you come through and you've got your violin and you're throwing out the "trust the system." I mean, people just go crazy. So I applaud you in that. Last thing before we kind of go back to the fair show, is there anything on your wrestling bucket list for the second half of 2025 that you're looking to accomplish? Like you said, you're trying to get back out there and get things rolling again. What are some of your bucket list goals? I guess it would be goals more than bucket list, for the end of 2025 here.
Well, I'm going to control what I can control. I have the fair show coming up. That'll be a 3-day weekend for both me and my wife. We're also going to be going up to Strike Force Wrestling in North Dakota, going back to the
okay.
Blue Liner Bar and wrestling up there. So I plan on beating ass up there. We've also are planning on going back to Under the Lights in Wisconsin, and where I have a tag team with Silky Smooth. We are the Purple Rain, and we're bringing Purple Pain. And so that's a tag team you're not going to want to mess with. I totally plan on beating ass and playing violin and teaming up with Silky Smooth along with Macaulay Rose and dominating over there as well. So you can't really, I'm a big fan of controlling what I can control, and whatever's meant to be is meant to be. But I'm a superstar, and I'm planning to beat ass all weekend.
It's a 3-day ass beating, everybody. So again, folks, join us at the Superior Fairgrounds, head of the lake, Superior, Wisconsin here. Clash at the Fair 3. Tickets $10 for general admission, $20 ringside. That is a great deal for ringside. Again, Commander QI will be there with Inside Out Nutrition, running the vendor table, doing the fundraising, and selling raffle tickets. We got a lot of fun prizes we're raffling off. And again, let's show that quick video package one more time here so people know what's going on here. We don't want to forget that. I just love this promo you guys do on here. It's beautifully done. But here we're going to roll it again one more time for everybody.
Friday, August 1st, Midwest All-Star Wrestling presents Clash at the Fair 3.
Every slam, every cheer, and every ticket goes to support Head of the Lakes United Way, strengthening our communities by uniting people and resources.
This is a family-friendly show featuring yours truly, Macaulay Rose, The System, and WWE NXT superstar Cal Bloom.
Be there, support the cause, and feel the power. Get your tickets online or at the door.
I just love that. Like, I could watch that over and over again. And I love how your wife tells you this is a family friendly show. It's like she's kind of like reminding you before you cut your section of that ad. But really weird question. How many violins have you gone through in pro wrestling?
It's absolutely above 10. I'm scared of saying above 20. I don't want to say I'm not a fan of exaggeration. The pro wrestler exaggeration. What? I don't know if I want to say 20, but we're getting close.
Okay. And now those have got to be a hot commodity when people see like the shards and the broken pieces. I know you signed 8x10 for me and a piece of the violin, asking our good friend and a huge fan of yours, Robert, where are you, Robert? He's actually going to be at the show, and he's going to be helping me run the table, but I really appreciate that. You're always creating memories for the fans, and I can't thank you enough, System, for coming on here. I know we've been talking about this for probably 2-3 years now, and it's exciting that we can finally work together to support a great cause in the United Way. And, again, Clash at the Fair, folks, August 1st. I keep saying that because we want to get as many fans in attendance so we can keep doing this every year. I love pro wrestling. I love promoting pro wrestling as a fan. And I like to let people know, like, I don't want to get in the ring. I don't want to get in the business. I'm comfortable where I am. And I just want to keep seeing pro wrestling in and out of my area so I can continue to, rub shoulders with the fans as well as the wrestlers, because there's nothing more fun than interacting with fans and then getting to watch them, when you have a big spot in the ring or when you crush a violin. Just the faces and the little kids. The little kids make it so fun, because I'm going to drop Brandon Groter here for a quick second. When he's doing the tinfoil thing, and you see the little kids out there with the tinfoil, and you're like, one of those kids is going to get inspired to be a pro wrestler. Same with you, one of those kids are going to think, oh, I play the violin. I could be a pro wrestler just like the System. And I like to let people know that it doesn't matter what you're doing, but you're inspiring somebody. And I just want you to know that. I'm sure you already know that, but I can't tell you how much enough I appreciate you for coming on and supporting my brand as well. So.
And I appreciate you. And to echo that point, I would love to see the day someone comes in with a violin as well. I'd love to see someone who can run with it, considering whatever crawling I've done. And if I'm still wrestling, that's an amazing duet tag team. I'll tell you what. But I lay out the challenge. If anyone is musically inclined, I'm not trying to steal nobody's gimmick. Also shout out to Big E for feeling the power. I had to put that feel the power stank on that commercial, but that is something I think about as well, just in a more specific sense. If there's anyone out here that plays violin and likes wrestling, I'm not here to take that. I'd love to see someone else run with that as well.
Yeah, and it's definitely unique. It's something you don't see. Everybody does the cowboy guitar thing, so it sets you apart. It makes you different. And then in the suit, you just look more sophisticated. You look more cocky. You look more cool. And it just all comes together. And I just love it. I get excited because just seeing your idea and your creative process, also makes me want to step up my game in other aspects of, like, when I do a custom sticker for a show, which you can check out on our Facebook. We just made one for the Fair show. It's always trying to do something different to stand out, and that's what you're doing. And you wouldn't be so popular in this area if you weren't. You know what I mean? So
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. So, folks, again, I cannot stress enough. We want to see you August 1st at the wrestling show. Buy those tickets, buy the raffle tickets, win some amazing prizes. We're going to have gift cards, some fishing stuff, I have so many donations in my car, that we're going to be raffling off. A teeth cleaning. We have hair care. We have comic books we're giving away. We got sports trading cards, steel chairs. I mean, it's going to be a lot. And I'm going to put a little spoiler out there again. We have a very special Funko Pop autograph coming from Tippy's Collectibles, and it's probably a really big one, and people are going to want to win this. I think it's going to be our best item that we raffle off. I'll tell you off camera here, System, so you can get excited just like me. But is there anything else you want to tell the universe? Anything else you want to brag? Where can people find you? We're going to wrap this up here shortly, but the floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, I guess you can find me on Instagram, @thesystem_official. Just the system, facebook.com/thesystem on Facebook. Trust the System on YouTube. If you want to go back and watch all my old AWF backstage videos or watch any of the songs I created. Beyond that, I'm also on TikTok. Haven't used that in a while, but those are the four I'm primarily on. You can catch me in random wrestling events around the Midwest and beyond. Always keep a lookout, but always also expect the unexpected, and always trust the System.
Exactly. And folks, if you want to be just like the System and be on your own episode of Friends of the Squared Circle, hit us up on Facebook, send us a message at friendsofthesquaredcircle@gmail.com. We will work together to get you on your own episode. We have a special co-host joining us soon. He's been on episodes before as Jordan, but things are kind of rolling behind the scenes. He's going to be starting his wrestling career here shortly. We are excited to watch that transpire out of RCCW down in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Jordan will be joining us for more episodes. So look forward to that in the future. Sisterhood of the Squared Circle is also coming back. We're just kind of moving and shaking some things behind the scenes, with some new hosts, some new segments, new reels. A lot going on in this whole Friends of the Squared Circle universe. I kind of feel like the Avengers. We got little things going everywhere. But I am beyond excited for this wrestling show. Again, folks, August 1st, we're going to play it one more time. I know I love it. He's probably sick of hearing it, but one more time to promote the fair show here, folks.
Friday, August 1st, Midwest All-Star Wrestling presents Clash at the Fair 3.
Every slam, every cheer, and every ticket goes to support Head of the Lakes United Way, strengthening our communities by uniting people and resources.
This is a family-friendly show featuring yours truly, Macaulay Rose, The System, and WWE NXT superstar Cal Bloom.
Be there, support the cause, and feel the power. Get your tickets online or at the door.
It just kills me every time. Again, make sure you follow the System on all his social medias. Tell him Friends of the Squared Circle sent you. Tell him Crander Q Cal, however you know me as, the #1 beard and professional wrestling podcast. Just let him know that I sent you, so that way he becomes an even better friend of Friends of the Squared Circle. And that's it, folks. Thank you. We hope to see you August 1st. Before we end it, Midwest goodbye. Sorry. Shout out to Bobby, Joe, and Inside Out Nutrition, Tippy's Collectibles, the System, Macaulay Rose, Cal Boom, Robert Peacock. Thank you for trusting me and again helping with this beautiful project. MAW, as well as all of our sponsors that are for the event, as well as everybody that has given a donation. And last but not least, Randy, just donate and stop being a bitch. It's your boy, Crander Q. Crander Q out.